Okay.
Let's welcome Charles again. Thank you. Thank you, Wallace. Thank you, guys. So I think we had a very, very high quality of table topic today. I think the topic is well chosen as it seems that Jeff, King, and Vegas related to the topic very well, and you guys generally offered a lot of very great insights of the words that Sharon has given to you, and I think overall you guys did extremely well. So there's one theme that I would like to ping-pong on and would like you guys to focus more, which is getting personal. So as I talked to Alvin during the break, I think being personal in Toastmaster is always a plus, because by talking about yourself, talking about your own experience is always helping others to remember what you said, instead of some kind of concept that is a little more abstract. So for Jeff, I think you have done a great job in explaining what you want to talk about. You talk about teamwork, and I like that you kind of pinpoint, to get energy. We talk about like King and Kevin putting contributions. I like the way that you connect to the audience, because then kind of people remember that you kind of mention the names here, and you like kind of be part of the speech, what he's talking about. So it helps to engage the audience. So but in your speech, like what I said, I think you can be more personal. So maybe you can talk about how you utilize the word teamwork in your own experience. Maybe you can talk about something like in your work, or maybe in your MBA life, how you utilize teamwork to accomplish some kind of goals. Then that could be a little way to improve your table topic. So overall, well done. As for King, I think you talk about two things that you want to mention, and then you eventually only had time to mention one. So maybe if I were you as a technique, maybe you can think about, if you have two things to say, you can just say one thing first, and then if you have time, you can and then say the other thing. Say if you're in a contest and you would lose a lot of points, which is not, is very pity, because maybe you have done something very well, but people just thought that you're incomplete. So that's a note. You talk about understanding the core need of the counterpart when you assign them work. I think it's a very good point, because when you know what they actually need, then they will be much more motivated to do it. It's a very, very valid point. I really like that. As for Vikas, talk about followers. Out of the three, I think you did the best in personalizing your speech, because you actually mentioned how your boss had give you some leadership experience, and how he asked you about your problems and how you answer it, and then how you tackle it, and then step by step and things like that. You actually talk about the process. I really like it, because that means you really live on what you have said as how to be effective follower. So the one sentence I remember is to understand me as a subordinate. So being a leader, you have to understand your own audience. I think that's also very important. You understand what their constraints are, what their issues is, and then you help them tackle the problem together. So that's what you call a teamwork, and what you call to be a good follower. So you can actually explain to the boss what you want. That's very, very good. Well done. So finally, I want to spend maybe 30 seconds to talk about Sharon. I think Sharon, this is a little different from what we usually do. I think in table topics we usually give like a question instead of like throwing out one word. I think it's good of that. Giving a question may be more specific, then it kind of limits the imagination level for the speakers. But I think for this time being, it's about lead and follow. It follows the topic of our theme today, so it's okay. But it's something to keep in mind. If you want to be more specific, you can try to maybe give a more longer question, so then people can kind of answer your question better. The other thing is, so like everyone else, I would like Sharon to give some little examples about herself on why she came up with these questions. So maybe a personal example of maybe she had some challenge in working in a team, maybe she had a challenge in being a follower. So why is that? And then that's why she came up with this question. So that would make the table topic more complete. So it's more like a story, why she chose these questions, and then why she ended with this question and asked you guys. So I think all in all we did really well, and maybe we can work on a little more being personal. So that's all I have for you. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Charles. Charles is a very seasoned Toastmaster, and I think his evaluation is really give us some